Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. If you're a BTech CSE student gearing up for a lab, or just trying to seriously level up your backend game, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're building a robust Hibernate project totally from scratch using ECLIPSE 2023, Maven, and MySQL.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly look at the overall Hibernate workflow, knock out our project setup and dependencies, tackle entity mapping, build out the session factory, and finally execute some real CRUD operations.
All right, part one, the Hibernate workflow, the big picture. Before we even think about writing a single line of code, we really need to look at the blueprint. How do all these files actually interact? Basically, your main Java application talks to this helper called the session factory. That helper reads your configuration files and maps your Java objects straight into MySQL. It's a beautiful separation of concerns. Your app logic, your configs, and your data models are completely decoupled.
So, the magic concept here is ORN, Object Relational Mapping. If you have ever suffered through writing raw, hard-coded JDBC SQL strings, the ones that completely break if you make a single typo, this is going to be your absolute cure. With an ORM like Hibernate, you stop writing raw SQL and you just manipulate simple, clean Java objects. It completely bridges that annoying gap between object-oriented programming and relational databases.
Moving on to Section 2, Projects set up with ECLIPSE and MySQL.
Okay, let's jump into your workspace and get the foundational structure going. In ECLIPSE 2023, you're going to create a new Maven project. Make sure you specifically select Maven Archetype Quick Start. This is super important because it automatically generates the exact folder structure we need for our group ID, which we'll call com.example, and our artifact ID, Hibernate Demo.
Now, over in your MySQL console, we just need to run a few quick commands to prep for incoming data. Go ahead and create the show_prk database and your users table. Notice here that role_no is set as an integer primary key without auto-increment, and name is just a standard varchar. Oh, and make sure you're using your root credentials, the standard root and ABCDEF at 1, 2, 3 stuff, so Hibernate actually has the permissions it needs to connect.
All right, part 3, dependencies, the pom.xml shopping list.
With our database ready to roll, we need to populate our pom.xml file. Think of this as your core shopping list. We're pulling in the heavy lifters, the Hibernate core engine itself, specifically version 5.6.15, the MySQL JDBC driver, version 8.0.33, to handle the physical database connections, SLF4J for logging our app's behavior, and a very specific set of APIs for modern Java compatibility.
Now you might be wondering, why are we explicitly adding these JXB dependencies? Well, here's the deal. Starting with Java 11, these XML binding tools were completely yanked out of the standard JDK. They are absolutely mandatory for Hibernate to parse configuration files. Literally, if you skip this step, your app is just not going to launch. So definitely don't forget it.
Which brings us to Section 4, Entity Mapping, the blueprint. This is where we get to the absolute core of ORM, translating our database table into a Java blueprint. Look at the direct relationship here. On the left, we've got our Java user object with its variables. On the right, the exact corresponding row and columns in your MySQL table. It's a one-to-one match. One instance of this Java class translates directly into one row in your database. And how do we achieve this magic? By using vital JPA annotations right inside our user.java file. We drop in an @entity annotation to tell Hibernate, hey, this class is meant for persistence. We use @table to link it directly to our user's database table. And crucially, we use @id to flag role_no as the primary key. It's declarative programming at its absolute best.
Next up, Section 5, building the session factory.
So our blueprint is all mapped out. Now we need to configure the engine room. Your hibernate.cfg.xml file is the master bridge here. It uses the MySQL 8 dialect, so Hibernate knows exactly what flavor of SQL it needs to speak. It takes your root credentials, and this is super cool, it uses the hbm2ddl.auto command set to update. That brilliant little feature automatically manages your database structure the second you start up. Oh, and we also officially register our user mapping class right here too.
To keep things highly efficient, we're taking a very specific architectural approach. We create a Hibernate util class using a singleton pattern. Why? Because building a session factory is a massive resource drain. It's really heavy. So we spin up exactly one session factory for the entire application to use globally.
This totally prevents nasty memory leaks and keeps your system resources from being exhausted.
Finally, Section 6, Executing CRUD Operations.
Okay, let's dive into app.java and watch all these puzzle pieces finally snap together. Inside our main application, we're going to sequentially open sessions and transactions to run our big 4 CRUD operations. Insert to save new users, select to fetch a user by their ID, update to change a user's name, and delete to wipe a user completely from the database.
If you look at the console output here, you can really see the true power of Hibernate in action. It's proof. Hibernate successfully generated and executed all those complex SQL queries automatically, totally behind the scenes. Notice what's missing. You didn't have to write a single raw SQL query in your Java code. You just manipulated objects, and Hibernate did all the heavy lifting.
And just to be absolutely sure, if we query the MySQL console directly, it proves that our Java app successfully manipulated the database state. Our final persistent records are sitting right there exactly where they should be in the show_PRK database.
Now, if you're doing this in the lab and you hit a wall, maybe connection pool failures or mapping errors, take a deep breath. First, always double-check your JDBC credentials and URL in the XML file. Next, ensure your JXB dependencies actually match your Java version, especially if you're on JDK 11 or higher. And finally, just verify your entity mapping paths aren't throwing some weird project name conflict.
So, let's recap the big wins from this explainer. You've seen how ORM radically simplifies Java development by tossing out boilerplate SQL. We've looked at the critical role of declarative JPA annotations, and you've seen how centralizing your configuration inside a singleton session factory makes the whole project incredibly robust.
Now that you've totally mastered setting up a single entity from zero to CRUD, I want to leave you with a thought. How does this exact architecture scale when you're tasked with managing, say, hundreds of complex, interconnected tables in a massive enterprise application? Think about how those object relationships translate to foreign keys. That's a real puzzle to solve. Thanks for hanging out with me today, BTech coders. Keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next
Then pull me close. I read your silence, louder than most. One day you're warm, the next day you're cold. Got me second guessing what I already know. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? You hit me up when the nights get slow, but then disappear when the highs get low. I ain't your maybe. Tell me what it is, 'cause I'm way too grown to be messing with a love like this. I give you love, but you ration yours. You open up just to close the door. You stay closing doors. I stay up late, trying to read your mind. I can't read your mind, but your love got rules that change all the time. Changing all the time. Why are you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in? Why you always halfway in? Got me drowning when I know I could swim. If you love me, baby, say it with your chest. Yeah, tired of the maybes, I just want the yes. Don't play me like a song on spin. If you ride for me, then ride to the end. Don't wanna love this paper thin. So why you always halfway in?
It's so good.